So, hello everyone. I hope you can hear me and see me. That is the question always in the beginning of every live. Is everyone able to hear and to see me? And I know it takes a bit time until I pop up in your feed. And we had a few opt-ins for today, and I hope you're joining live. So I'm just checking if I'm in the group and everything is working well. And if you want to join me really live on stage, hop on stage. That means that, here we go. That means that you can interact with me, that you can ask questions if you have some. Then all you have to do is look down to the comments and just use the link. Click on the link and hop on the stage here so you can interact. But this is not really a training or so. So it's more an exchange. And just in case you have questions, all you have to do is click the link and come on over. No one will see you. It's not like in Zoom where you can see the gallery. No one will see you unless you say, hello, I want to talk to you and I have a few questions, and then I put you on the stage and you can talk to me. So then I would say, let's, and by the way, so I'm trying to pick up all your comments, but I cannot guarantee you that I see all your comments in the group. So I try to check and to switch from the one screen to the other screen. Okay, I would say let's start. How to fix your design dilemma. Why design dilemma? But I think that is the question that is coming up the most, is then when people try to design something, their posts or a landing page or a sign up page, whatever it is, then they use platforms like Canva. Doesn't have to be Canva, but that is actually the most popular one, especially for non-designers. And what you have then is a sea of options, really a lot of options. And the art of branding is actually helping you to minimize all these options and to make a decision and to be sure that it's the right one. So, and that means that branding is not only there to just make you look more professional or make you look more premium or pretty or something like that. It's more about helping you make a right decision, helping you to become visible, helping you to build a brand. So branding has really a job to do, and you should this is really a mindset I want you to be aware of. You should actually treat branding like a team member. So like someone who is part of your team. Because let's be honest, when we all start our business, especially in the beginning, we are all one person businesses, right? We do not have a team. We don't have the resources for a team. There is no money there for a team. Actually, we don't know so many people that we can trust enough to hire them. That's just not the case. So in the beginning, and for probably a long time, we are all in one persona, and we try to cover it all. So it's not only that we try to be the best in what we are doing, to have the knowledge, to share the knowledge, to share our skills, and to really good in what we're doing. We also need to be our own marketer. So we need to learn everything to market our business. We are our own copywriters. So copywriting is not everyone's thing. So this is my dilemma. I really struggle with copywriting, I'm absolutely grateful for tools like ChatGPT, but I know that I cannot take that one-to-one. I have to kind of customize it so it sounds like me, but still, I'm absolutely grateful for all the ideas and that are coming up in ChatGPT, and I use it as an inspiration source. And yes, I had to learn a lot in copywriting. That was so not my thing. We are our own content creators. We cannot just go to an agency and outsource that and say, please make all my content for me. That's not it. We have to do it by ourselves. We are our own salesperson. We are the persons who needs to sell our own programs, and that is also a skill we have to learn. And we are our own graphic designers, because there is just not there are not the resources there's not the money there to outsource that and hire a graphic designer. And the most important thing is, it's like in copywriting, yes, you need to do a few investments, but you cannot keep them. So you have to find a way first to get money in so you can keep it up. So it's a difference to hire a person for one project or to have someone in your team. So hiring a person, that is fine, but this is a one-time investment. But having a team is something completely different. So in the beginning, we are all in one. So let me just check if there are comments coming in. That's fine. So in the beginning, we are everyone. And it's a good idea to just have a look what is necessary when, because there is a time where we just need to invest to learn. We need to invest to set things up. So when I see that my biggest struggle is copywriting, I need to find out what is the moment where I really need it. So first we try, we try everything on our own, and then we arrive our limits. That's how it is. And then it's a good idea to have a closer look on our business. Where are you at, and what do you need when, because you cannot hire everyone at the same time. You cannot invest into everything at the same time. It's just not possible. Also not because you need the time to learn, and you cannot learn everything the same time. So you need to find out what makes sense when. So when it's about copywriting, I would say when I have already my offer, when I have set up my business, and then it's a good idea to ask someone to help me when it comes to promote my business and to find the right words, right? And then what about branding? This is why you are here in for this live today. When you are so the moment when you should invest in branding, or when you should think about branding and how to set it up and to get some help in that, is also when you already have something. So it makes no sense to be at the complete beginning, not even having an offer, and then to think that branding will help you. It's not working like that. Branding does not help you to create an offer. So you need to have the foundation for your business. You need to have an offer. You need to know what you want to promote. You need to know who is your ideal clients. And once you figure that out, and once you really have that, then you can think about investing into branding, because then it's important that what you have, to take that what you have and to give it that push forward, and help. And branding helps you really to push that forward, to promote, because you need the packaging, and it's as important as the content. So the best hook line has no value at all for you when it's not seen. And that is where we are in. We are in a visual business. People see you before they can listen to you, before they, get to know you. So seeing is the number one thing in becoming visible, right? People need to see you, but you need to have something that you can make visible. So therefore, think about where are you in your business and when it's time to invest. Actually, you need it all, but there are different stages: when to invest into branding, when to invest into marketing, when to invest into salesperson, when to invest into content creation. You cannot do it all at the same time. But when you have something that you want to promote, then you need to package it, you need to make it visible. Okay, so and therefore, and that is also very, very important to understand, you should not have a branding. So here we go. You should not have a branding. You should, and that is the big difference, you should use a branding. That is just different. So when that is absolutely the biggest misconception in branding at all, that people think that is something that makes them just look in a specific way. It makes them look more professional. It makes them look more pretty. It makes them look more premium. And that is all true. But that is just the surface. And branding has really a superpower. It can push you forward. It can really make you visible very fast, so people start to recognize you, but only when you learn how to use your branding. So you need to use your branding and to see it at one of your team members, that you say, okay, I have a product, I need to package it, make it visible in a way, and I need to position it. And branding helps you doing just that. And the thing is that the only way how to become visible, and visibility is probably the currency in online business. People need to see you, and they need to recognize you, and you need to have something that is recognizable. And that's the reason why we work so much on the foundation work and not so much on the outcoming work. So the rest, all these designs and the colors, that's just the outcome. What we really need to have is that very, very clear idea of how you want to be perceived, how you want to become visible, how you want to show up. And of course, we want to connect all the dots. We want to create something that is consistent, something that is belongs together, so that people have the chance to recognize you, whether they are seeing a sign up page from you, whether they see a post from you, whether they see a reel from you. You have actually no idea what is the first visual touch point that you had, or actually the first touch point you have with your audience. You have no control on that. And therefore you have to make sure that it's one. Every brand is doing that. Believe me, every brand. So I worked over 20 years in the fashion industry, and we've done a lot of fashion shows, and we've done a lot of also photo shootings, everything. And I can assure you, the bigger the brand, the more they are kind of sitting on their brand identity, making sure that no one is hurting their brand identity. We've done a fashion show for Versace in Vienna, and I remember that all the stylists were coming from Italy to make sure that we are doing the right job, to make sure that it's not that we don't come up with own ideas. That's something they do not want to have. They want to have just the fulfillment of their brand. And I experienced that with actually every really large brand. When we've done the Coca-Cola Light calendar, we had so many people in the production. So it's not only the customer, the people from Coca-Cola Light, we had the people from the advertising agency, and we had the whole team. And there was no way in coming up with your own ideas. They all made sure that the idea that was behind the brand was really executed in a production. So I think that is something we can really learn, especially from big brands, how should I say, how important it is that you first know your brand identity, and that you protect it, and that you make it visible. And that part is so important when you want to become a brand, because that makes you. And everything that has a purpose is what pushes you forward. When you do things on purpose, it pushes you forward. It's not just an accident, and an accident. So it's something that is happening. You want to, if you build a business, you want to make that, repeatable, all your successes, and therefore you need to bring in the purpose. And of course there is a purpose behind branding, because your branding has also a job to do. It has the job to do to make you visible in a recognizable way. And therefore your purpose is to use the branding, not only to have it just to look good and look nice. Okay, so, and I've done some research before this live, and just to find out what's going on. I mean, I constantly are doing that, but to visualize it for you, what's going on in the social media world. And I can tell you one thing. Yes, there are trends out there. And I do not want you to go there, because it doesn't take you anywhere. The thing is, when so many people are using the same thing, then there is actually no chance to somehow stand out. And there is a difference between female branding and male branding. That means how women are using the branding, how men are using the branding. There is a difference, not the same. And let's have a look on the trends, and the trends for ladies and girls and women who have an online business. And this is actually what it looks like. And I can tell you right away, when I see a feed like that, I know instantly there is a woman behind that brand. You can see that. It's not about that it's a wrong thing to really see the gender. It's not about that. It's what you see here are 4 different feeds. At the feed of 4 different personal brands. 4 different. What I see is one. I only see one. It's the same. It's the same. And I can tell you I don't have the numbers, I don't have the percentage. I haven't done that work. I haven't done a study about that. But I can tell you, when you scroll through your feed, and you get to learn all those business brands, business owners, online coaches. It doesn't matter. There are 4 different businesses, 4 different brands. They look all the same. You have no chance to stand out when you follow this trend. You are the next one, and all you do is blend in. So when you want to blend in, then use the trends, and you are absolutely fine. And probably it will push you a bit forward, because it is loved and it is super popular. But it's not sustainable, because you have no chance to come up with something unique when you do the same. And therefore, my suggestion is always, don't try to be perfect and professional, because that is something you can bring in later. When you build your brand and then you say, okay, now I have the budget and I want to perfectionalize everything, that's fine. Then outsource that. You have what you need, and the pro can make it perfect for you. But you need to come up with something that is unique. You have no chance, especially in the beginning, to stand out in any way. What you do is you get lost in the crowd, and there are so many doing this kind of branding just better than you would do in the beginning. So don't even touch it. Now let's have a look. What's about the male business owner, the male personal brands? We have them too, right? Here we go. And what you see here is actually the same. What's going on with the female brands? They have it's kind of, they had a discussion, and then they decided for one thing, and then they've done it all. So with the women, you see all those restrained colors, actually not really colors. Everything is beige, gray, nothing, and everything is very soft and like I said, restrained. You just don't try to really come up because they think it's elegant or whatever. And then you have the opposite at the male side, Everything is very dark, but everything is especially loud. You have the feeling man needs to scream. But the problem is, yeah, when you put the man into the male section, into the female section, then they would stand up. When you put them all together, then it's like you are in a crowd and everyone is screaming. You have also not a chance to somehow stand out when everyone is screaming, you're the next screaming too. So that makes no sense. And I don't know who told them that black and yellow is the new whatever standout brand. Everyone is using it. So you have black and yellow at the man, and you have beige and gray at the women. And no one of them is showing up in a unique way. No one of them, not a single one. And the thing is, you cannot win here. That is a game you cannot win. You cannot win when you blend in. Forget that. So what you should not do is that you try to do a research, find out what is the latest trend and follow that. Do not do that. Okay, that is the first thing. And then now we need to find out how you can really come up with something unique. And what I want to tell you why it's so important to show up in a really, really unique way is that it's not only for you. You need to give your audience the chance to pick you out. Your audience cannot choose you because they don't see you. When you blend in and when you are just one of many, they have no chance to pick you. And therefore, leave it alone. Get all the trends out of your head, and we do now the next step. And I show you now how you can really fix that, because what I know is, and that is for sure, is that you need to actually use platforms like Canva, especially in the beginning, because there is no way, when you are not a designer, to learn all the laws of design and how to component, how to compose an image and how to bring it together. That is a learning. It's not necessary. But you need to understand that a platform like Canva is not a creation platform. You do not create your branding. You need to first create it outside, then you can upload all your designs and then you can use it. But the thing is, and that is really the dilemma, is when you go to a platform like Canva, because you need to create something, what's coming up are thousands of templates. And I can understand, because I'm not better than you, that it's absolutely overwhelming to choose the right one for you. So, but the thing is, okay, what do you really need? And that is, so I want to make life more easier for you. And that means that all you can do is go step by step. You need to take out the overwhelm, the having too many options, and you need to minimize it. What do you really need? And where do you get what you need? Okay. So let's say, because that is actually the first step, when you really need a branding, and that is, let's say you want to build your list, your email list. You need to start somewhere. You need to build a community first. So list building is something that you do from just right away from the start. Okay. And to build a list, it's a good idea to come up with a freebie. Okay. Let's say you are doing a guide, you need, or a cheat sheet. Okay, let's keep it super simple. Here we go, a cheat sheet. Let's keep it super simple. I hope that is I wrote it correctly. Okay, you can leave me in the comment that is correctly. So what do you need? You have to create a cheat sheet. So that is the first way is, yes, you write it together, and then you go to Canva and try to find a template so that it is better looking. But a cheat sheet also, if it's a simple one, you need to brand it. Use that it's a visual touch point that your people see. So brand it. It has to show your brand style, your brand design. before you can come up with that, you need to promote it. And that means, you don't need to, before you promote it, you need to give your people the chance to sign up for it. That means you need a sign up page. Yeah. So let's come up with the, here we go. Okay. So a sign up page. Okay. Sign up page needs to be branded. After your sign up page, there comes the thank you page. Also, thank you page needs to be branded. Then you probably add a small automation with a few emails. Okay, email automation needs to be branded. Okay, then, oops, here we go. Email automation. What else? You want to promote it, right? So you need to write a post. Post needs to be branded. You probably create a reel, and I don't know, you need a B-roll or whatever, needs to be branded. Then you can promote it with a story. Story needs to be branded. Then, of course, everything of that is on a platform. So it can be on, here we go. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Can be on Instagram, can be on Facebook. So what you need there is a header. Needs to be branded. You have a header and a profile pic, so you see already how many visual touch points you have with your audience, and that give you the chance to come up with a branding. But it also gives you a headache, because now you see that list and you go to Canva and probably think, oh my goodness, how do I choose that? And the biggest mistake that you can do now is to see it all separated. That means you go to Canva and create a cheat sheet. You go to your email provider and you choose a template from there for your sign up page, for your thank you page, and for your email automation. You do a post directly in Instagram and your reel and your story, and then you go back to Canva for your header and so on. And you have different creation platforms that help you to do that all. But when you just take the template like it is and you're not customizing it, you're not branding it, everything looks different. And then you end up that, nothing is connected to each other. The cheat sheet looks different than your sign up page, looks different than your email, looks different than your post, looks different than your header. People have no chance to bring it all together. They have no chance to recognize you because you don't give them a chance. That's the thing. And therefore, it's super important to understand it, that branding in this case is not making a professional looking cheat sheet and making a professional looking sign up. Branding here is helping you to have one package for it all, to give your audience the chance to recognize you, to actually get the chance to stand out, become recognizable. But you need to connect it all. It all has to become from one space, so from one place. And okay, so I hope you could understand that. And now I give you, we want to fix that dilemma. Okay, so what are you actually doing right now? And so I hope you can follow me when I give you the next thing, and that is we are baking a cake. Yeah, I know it's funny, but you could take anything, yeah. But I mean, I love good food and I love good cakes. So therefore, that is why I chose that. You need to think about that. So your cake is your outcome or your result, okay? And you need always to think from the other side. So what do you want to make? And that is, let's say, your what is a freebie, or your what is, yeah, let's take that. And there is a difference if it looks like a naked cake or it looks like a sacher cake. Okay, it's just two different things. And therefore, what you need is a shopping list. Please follow me in this. Trust me, you will understand that. Okay, so you have the cake, and first you define how it's going to look. What kind of cake do you want to bake? You need to define it first before you start shopping for it. That means your freebie, your cheat sheet, your header, how do they look like? This is your brand identity. Okay, here comes up your brand identity. That is your cake. Minimalistic, bold, colorful, friendly looking, serious looking, cool looking. What kind of cake do you want to bake? How does it have to look like? And then once you define that, that is so important to make that as your foundation. Then you go shop the ingredients for it. What you need is a template, is a design, that are shapes that you're using, the colors, the font. You need to go shopping. So before you go to Canva, Canva is not your your grocery. That is something that you do before that with a creator. There, here is something you need to think about, to invest into that. Someone, you go to the chef and say, please, I want to cake a naked cake, or bake a naked cake, or bake a sachertorte. Please help me doing that. What do I need for that? And the chef gives you a shopping list and says, this is what you need. Go shopping. And then he gives you a recipe. And once you have a recipe and know how to bake the cake, means know how it has to look like, what it needs, what is your design, what are your shapes, and how to create an image, how to put that together, how to use your phone so people can read it. I see so many texts. No one can read that. Believe me, that you write that such a text, and without no visual highlights in there, people are not reading it. So you need to know how to create and how to compose an image that it's outstanding, so people stop scrolling and that they can understand and can read. So you get a recipe, and with that, then you go to Canva. Because now you know what you need. Now you have your design, your shapes, your colors, your form. You have a recipe. You know about how your result has to look like. You go to Canva, and now you can choose. And now all those app options that you have, thousands of options, they are minimized to one. Because now you're looking for the right option. You go to Canva and say, please I need an animation post. You go to the animation posts, you scroll through and say, yeah, this is what because I like the features here. Let's try it out. You customize it, means you exchange it with your own designs and your colors. And what comes up is something that is matching to your brand, that is representing your brand. And the same goes with, let's create a header for my Instagram account. Oh, no, there is no header. For my Facebook, or for my Facebook group. Okay, you go to Canva, you have your shopping list, you have your recipe. All you need is the format and everything. So now it makes life easier for you, because you minimize the 1,000 options to one. Okay, any questions to that? Then yes, then the next step, and that is how the business works. The business is always a give and take, and the art is to know what people do you need to have when in your business so that this exchange can happening. You give and you take. I know a freebie is there to give you inspiration and an idea. It's not there to really help you solving a problem. So when you have a problem with your brand design, with your branding, then a freebie or a free platform like Canva cannot really solve the problem. What you need now is someone who helps you build that foundation, who helps you create that branding. And it's a give and a take. That means, like me, I give you an offer, you take my knowledge and my skills, and then here you have the exchange of knowledge and skills and money. Once the money comes in, then you can be sure that every program is here not only to help you, but to really guide you through the process and get you to the result. And that is the difference. And a freebie is there. Actually, this is how I see it, to sort out in the beginning. So you sign up for a few freebies because you know that is something you need, and then to try out, is that really what I need? Do I need it from this person? Do I go to the other person? Also, freebie has there is an idea behind it. It's not only to collect leads, yes, for the person on the other side, but for the people who sign up. For them, it's a chance to find out, is that something that I really need in my business? Is that something I have to follow? Do I need it now? Do I need it later? It gives them a possibility. Therefore, I always want to think about your next freebie. How can you give your audience the right idea to then continue working with you? So the business is always a give and a take. And this is how I want you to see that. Okay, so I take a sip here. And let's have a look here. Sorry. Yeah. Any questions here? You can ask me in the comments. If you see the replay, no problem. Leave me your questions in the comments. So I hope I could help you now fix your design dilemma. When you next time go to Canva, I want you to be very clear on what you really need and to have everything you need so you can get the full potential of Canva. Otherwise, it's not helping you. It's overwhelming you. Okay. And you'll need to minimize all those options and make a good decision, make the right decision, and having a brand identity, a very clear one that is like a compass, helps you to make all those decisions. And I want to make you an offer. If you think that is actually the moment, the right moment, because now comes the give and take part. That is the right moment in your business because you have your business, you have an offer, you are already trying to promote your offer. It's working, but you see, okay, you could now need help by becoming visible, by becoming recognizable, by packaging the whole thing so it has the right position and everything works together. So the thing is that, it's a supporting system. So when you have your branding and you look the same on Facebook, like you look on Instagram, like you look on LinkedIn, like you look on YouTube, and people start to recognize it supports each other. And therefore, it's so important to have a branding, not only to go to a brand designer, and there's nothing against the brand designer because they're doing an amazing job, but it's also easier for your brand designer when they know what you want. Then you go there and have a concept already, and all you need is someone helping you to implement that. But to get to that concept, that is that foundation work, and that is something you learn in True Colors. That is my program. That is my offer for you. I help you to come up with a very clear brand identity. What makes you different? What makes you special? What makes you authentic? What is your true you? And how can we now visualize that? What are your likes? What are your preferences? What is your style? Every person has a style. Has nothing to do with being stylish or fashionable, but everyone has a specific how. And we need to find that out. Once we have that, we can do the next step and create your branding. And this is what you do in True Colors. And I want you to introduce you to Phyllis, who was one of my clients. And Phyllis was she changed the business now, but she was a very popular blogger in the German-speaking world. But she was, she had a talent for design, and she really created really professional looking images, but she still wasn't happy with her branding. And because she was going for the trends, but the trends was not what represented her true self. So that was the work that we've done in True Colors, and she came up with her complete different branding. And suddenly she said everything felt right, and she was so proud of her branding because she saw herself represented here. And you can see here it's absolutely not generic. It's really outstanding. It's very unique, and was so proud of her. And she was very ambitious, and after a few days, she was on top of her of the Explorer page, one of her keywords, and she was so proud of that. She sent it to me and said, "Look, I'm on the Explorer page, second row, really on top." That was very, very fast. Did that happen? And and I want you to make the decision for yourself. So we start on Monday. That is very close. They had just the weekend in between. But this is, take action. This is for the fast action takers, for those who say, yes, I want to become a brand. I want to implement. I want to build my brand. I want to create my own branding and build it from there. And then that is also something I want you to be. I want you to be able to do the daily work. You cannot hire someone to do the posts for you, to do the all the images for you. You have to be able to do that on your own. So like I had to learn my own copywriting. And yes, I hired someone for a few things that were super important for me, and I couldn't do it alone. But it gave me the possibility to learn so much that now I can use it for myself. And I want you to be able to do your brand work, your daily work with your own branding, okay? And that is what you get. So we start on Monday. Make the decision for yourself. So I don't want to force you into anything, because this is really work. This is not, I'm doing it aside. This is work. I need your commitment in that. If you don't commit in your branding, you will not get a result, not a good one. Okay? You need to be committed, but your outcome will be a very clear visual style. We define your style based on your personality, based on your preferences. You will get a visual style that is really representing the true you. Then you need to create a mood board. A mood board, that is the source. That is actually, a mood board is your, what should I say, is your shopping list. Once you have your mood board, you can use every kind, also similar platforms like Canva, and you always will be able to pick out the right templates for you. You can go to your email provider and set up your emails, and they will always be branded. But you have your mood board, you have your yes and your no's there. You have everything you need to pick out the templates that you need. Then, of course, based on that, we will define your design. We will create your design. And this is not only a group program, it also has a one-to-one part in it, because you're not a designer. I know that, and this is what I'm here for. So I help you create your own design. I help you to define your colors. I help you to find the matching font. You will have that. And this is your outcome. That is then your brand book. We will clarify everything. You will have that. It's a complete book that tells you this is where you should go. This is what you should avoid. Here are your images. Here are your graphics, your colors. For everything is in there. So this is the brand book of one of my other clients. And of course, what is also included is a design training, because knowing how to compose an image is a skill you need to know. You need to know how you compose an image that is not only pro looking, but that is really seen and understandable. Okay, I see so many posts, I see so many sign up page where you have to read, and I know no one is going to read it, no one is going to understand it, because it's too much text, or the images are not on the right place, and so on. So you need to learn, you learn that in true colors. That is your outcome. And here are a few features. So it's a 5 weeks course, and we have not only one call every week, we have 2 calls every week. You need not only the coaching and the training call, you also need the Q&A, because in between you have to implement, and I know that questions are coming up. Questions are always coming up, and therefore we have, by the end of the week, a Q&A call to clear all your questions, and not everything can be answered in the group. So of course you will be part of the group, but then we have the Q&A, and here comes the one-to-one part, and if you need me, I'm here for you. So we have a group coaching plus one-to-one. And yes, it's not for free. 800 is what I think a super price. It's a sensational price, and I'm not offering it again for that price. Okay, so next time it goes up, I'm not telling you to force you into this course. I'm just saying that it's much more worth, and I know that, but I wanted to make it affordable for you, and therefore it's coming up with that price. Next time I have the full price, and it's not going to be 800. But of course, I know for sometimes it can be difficult to have it. So therefore, here we go. You can split it into 2, and you pay 2 times 450. I think that is super fair for what you get here. I can tell you, you get what you need to not only have a branding, but to be ready and able to use it for your advantage. And you know how to do your daily work. And once, when you want to perfectionize on a later stage in your business, you can always invest into a pro, but you need to build that foundation first. Okay, it saves you a lot of time, saves you a lot of stress, and it minimizes all the overwhelm, because I show you how to compose an image and how it has to look like. You come up with your own header, you come up with your own post, you come up with your own sign up page, you come up with your own cheat sheet or guide, what you are creating as a freebie. So we are doing that in the course. 5 weeks, it's doable, but you need to be committed. That is not something that you just decide. Okay, you have to do the work in that, but the outcome is really amazing. So I hope I could help you. I hope I could help you to understand branding. I could help you to, next time when you need something from Canva, to think through. First, be clear on how you want to look like, be clear on what you really need, and then go to Canva and use their potential. And when you need help with more, when you really need help with your branding, then this is the chance for you. You have time during the weekend. If you have any questions, leave me in the comments, or you can also say, call, I need a call, I need to talk with you. Then I send you the link, and just DM me or let me know in the comments. It shouldn't be too complicated. We will find a time so you can start on Monday. When you start on Monday, by the end of March, beginning of April, you have everything you need. You have your branding. Okay, that is my promise to you. Okay, so if you don't have any questions, then I say thank you so much for watching. Hope I see you on Monday. Otherwise, I say many, many greetings here from Austria, and have a good time. We see you in a group. Bye.